Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Allison sharing some more Design With Me December daily inspiration with you. Today I am designing page 21 for day 21, and once that is done I will be sharing the scrapbook process for days 16 and 17 in my December daily album. If you don't want to stick around for the process design or the design process, skip ahead to about the 3-minute mark, and that's where the scrapbook process begins. So this page is dedicated to the last day of school. I was looking at some pattern paper that I have in my stash, quite honestly, and that's what inspired the background on this page. I made strips using the shapes function, but my plan actually when I sit down to actually create this page is probably just to stamp the stripes or strips instead of cutting them, just because it'll save paper basically, and I think it'll look better. I'm also going to replicate that pattern on the flip side of this page as well, so the striped pattern will be on both sides. On the facing page I added a banner and also a cut file that says celebrate. It came all together with the parentheses around it and then also the script font for the celebration. Very simple page, very quick, and I can't wait to put it together. Here's just a couple close-ups of the finished pages for days 16 and 17. And today's video, scrapbook process, has somewhat of a tutorial in it for you. If you don't have an envelope system that'll help you make your own envelopes, I have a really simple hack for you to follow. Take a square sheet of paper, pattern paper, cardstock, doesn't matter which. Make sure it is perfectly square, any size, so it could be 4 inches squared, it could be 8 inches squared. This one in particular is 8 inches. And all you do is locate the center mark. You fold the two sides inwards to the center. Turn your paper so it is diamond shaped, and then each of the points will get folded into the center. I cut the red cardstock to 8 by 8 inches. Completed with it all folded, it measures 5.5 by 5.5. So I cut the plaid paper to just slightly smaller than 5.5 inches squared, just so it would fit nicely inside the envelope. I cut the flap and the inside portion separately. If I do this technique again, I'm not going to do that. I'll make it just one piece and then put a crease in it so that it folds where the envelope folds. And then all I did to secure the envelope together was use a little bit of liquid glue along the very edges of the bottom flap, folded it all into the center, and it's done. So super simple. And actually, I found this tutorial through my kids. They somehow found it, and in their playing and crafting, I watched them do it and was blown away. So simple. So if you're like me and don't have I don't even know what they're called, like an envelope buddy or tool or whatever, if you don't have those in your stash, this is a great way to make your own envelopes as well. So I had decided that I wanted to create an insert for my journaling that would go inside the envelope, as well as the pictures. I've got multiple pictures for this day, and I wanted enough space to include it all. So the insert that I'm working on right now is 4 inches by 8 inches. I glued Dear Santa to the one side of it, and then the snowflakes in the top right-hand corner, as you can see. And then I'm adding my journaling. I flipped the page over. Well, actually I didn't. I cut another piece of cardstock to the same size, inked the edges with gray ink. You can see me doing that right now. And then added the rest of my journaling to that portion of the strip. I actually had more to say than I thought I would, so I needed extra space to include all of it. And since there is more on the flip side of this, which actually really works out better in my mind, I decided I would add the snowflakes to the reverse side of the piece of paper as well. But I do that later on. I don't know if I include that in this video or not. If I do, well, you'll see it when I get to it, I guess. I cut a couple other snowflakes from mint cardstock to put at the bottom of the facing side of the insert. And then I also knew that I wanted to add reindeer to at least the facing side of this insert as well. So there's two different reindeer, two different sizes. The bigger one is going to go over top of the snowflakes at the top of the page. The littler one is going to go, the littler one is going to go over the snowflakes. The bigger one is going to go on the outside of the envelope where I put my title, the day number. But when we get there, you will see that. I'm just using my liquid glue to adhere it all together. And I also add Christmas red stickles to the scarf on both the reindeer as well as the red snowflake at the top of the insert. I was going to add it to the back side as well, but I actually end up adding a floral cluster to the center of that, and in the end I didn't really think I needed it, so skipped out on that part. So right now I'm just working on my title spot. I glued my snowflake circle to some extra cardstock and I'm just fussy cutting that out. This goes on the bottom right hand side of the envelope. I originally was going to put it on the left, and then I realized that it would probably get bent because that's the side the spine is on, and also the rings for my album. So I just switched it to the other side. I know it doesn't really create the visual triangle that at least I try to adhere to in my scrapbooking, but I'm just running with it. I don't care all that much. And there is a visual triangle when you pull it out, and there's the two little snowflakes in the bottom left. So now I'm working on the page for day 17. I have a thing for llamas. I think I mentioned that once before in one of my other videos, and I could not resist adding a llama to this page. This page is about our favorite Christmas music, and I don't know, when I see the word fa la la, I immediately think of llamas. I have a Christmas sweatshirt that I got a couple of years ago, an ugly Christmas sweater that says fa la la llama on it, and ever since I saw that and now have it in my possession, that's all I can think when I see the word fa la la. So I included my llama on this page because it's my fa la la llama. So I cut the tag twice from plain white cardstock. The facing page has the snowflakes cut out of it. The back side of it is just the solid tag image. On the facing side, I glued fa la la. I also added some pattern paper inside just for some added contrast. I wasn't really thinking too much about colors clashing at this point, and then I realized after I got the red down in the fa la la, it looks really bad next to that hot pink. I should have done black or maybe even gray, but when I was designing it, it needed to be a bold color, but not too bold, so that it would stand out, and now I'm kind of regretting that decision. But I'm running with it. I'm not going to change it because it's done, and in the end, it really doesn't matter. Nobody's going to judge me because the colors clash. So I'm just running with it. I did it because the hot pink matched really well with the mint, and then the pink and teal and green that is in the llamas. So I just left it. Now, I also realized at this point too that I totally forgot to leave space for my photo on this side of the page. So to get around that, I cut an extra piece of white cardstock down to 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches, and I will add it as an extra page to my album. And then in a brainwave decided I would add another picture to the back side of the envelope as well, so it's not wasted space. I'm just going to add a little bit of ribbon through the hole at the top of the tag, and with that, these 2 pages are complete. I hope you enjoyed today's design process and scrapbook process as well. I will not be around tomorrow. My husband is finally home, and so we're going to spend the day together tomorrow, but I will be back on Tuesday with more design inspo and scrapbook process inspo for you as well. So I hope you come back. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss anything from me. And also, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like, and leave a comment and let me know what you think about my Fa La La Llama and my letter to Santa. Here's the close-ups. Thanks again for joining me, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!